What is going on, guys? Simon World Editions here, back with another top 10 list for y'all today. And it's gonna be a video I've been wanting to do for a while, actually. As I definitely want to go back top of my favorite songs from certain artists and bands, honestly. Because it's something I know I always wanted to do, honestly, but I just never got around to it. But I'm new here, so here's what I think. So for today's video, with the unfortunate passing of Liam Payne, I actually was thinking of doing this actually before that passing happened, by the way, guys. But I think now we're time where I talk about my top 10 favorite songs from One Direction. Which you guys know is very popular. I'm pretty sure everyone knows One Direction. That's this point, like the band that was popular for X Factor or something, and then they ended up being by some Cal, if I remember correctly. And they were probably one of the biggest culture phenomenons of 2010s. Like, they were pretty much, they were literally everyone in 2010s. Like, you could not escape them. So I'm going to go for each band's like 5 albums and which are the songs that I feel connect with me the most. Again, I'm not used to doing these lists like this, so apologies if I might not have much to say about certain songs more than others, but in all general, I still hope you guys enjoy. I would definitely love to know what your favorite One Direction songs down below in the comment section, so let's get into the actual list. But as always, before we get to the actual top 10, let's get into the honorable mentions. The ones that I still love, they just did not make the actual top 10, and they are Midnight Memories, They Don't Know About Us, 18, Strong, Diana, History, Steal My Girl, You and I, Whenever I Was Young, and More Than This. Okay guys, let's get the actual top of my top 10 favorite songs for One Direction. And kicking off the list at number 10, we got actually a cover song actually done as, and it's basically called One Way or Another Teenage Chick. It's actually a cover of them doing One Way or Another by Blondie. And well, it's stuff that's not blowing you away or anything, honestly. It's a cover from that great Blondie song, One Way or Another, which is honestly an iconic rock song, so. And they managed to do it a lot better than you actually were expecting, actually. They've done that, like honestly, there's just not much to really say about that. It's just a fun, chill cover. It's just a fun cover of a Blondie song. I apologize about some songs I might not have much to say about, but that's because I'm always talking about movies and shows and games and not much with music, so bear with me on this. But hopefully get better to go along. But that's my number 10, One Way or Another. And at number 9, we have a song I've always been a big fan of, honestly. A song I've always come back to, and that's Last First Kiss, which I believe comes from their second album, Take Me Home. And this is one I've seen myself always come back to. I remember listening to a lot when the album came out, and I still do listen again. A lot of the songs are just, back then, were just very simple songs about just falling in love with a girl and wanting to be with them, which, you know, is typical boy fan, honestly. But, you know, at the same time, it's really not wrong that, and One Direction has the good pipes and charisma to make you feel all that stuff. So, theoretically, that really isn't a bad thing. And it's just a very simple, charming song. And I would say the same thing with my number 8, and that is Kiss You, which also kind of Take Me Home, honestly, which is definitely a more goofy song. I mean, it's a song where a line would call Make You Drool from Your Chinny Chin Chins. And he says it's just in there, and you can't help but smile when they say that. Again, they also managed to have great harmonies as well, and just great back and forth together, and just always a lot of charm in their early songs. I always them getting, maybe not all those early songs have aged pretty well. You can tell What Makes You Beautiful is not on the slips because, well, I don't think anything to say, but Kiss You is just a very double, charming, fun song. And we get to actually another song from Take Me Home at number 7, which is Rock Me. A song I don't think I've listened to much, but honestly, I think hearing it at karaoke a couple times, which I'm surprised I actually hear this on karaoke a few times, actually. I'm so surprised, but yeah, Rock Me is a song I've always enjoyed. It's a very simple song with a bit of rock edge, because the song's called Rock Me. And they managed to just deliver that fun, great goofiness, and just, you know, great harmony, great production, the one you can just let it rock out to. And now we actually get to a song from their first album at number Up All Night, and that is One Thing. Of course, a song that I've always been a big fan of. Like that's one that catchy chorus like get out, get out, get out of my head and fall into my arms instead. Like, again, it's a very simple and catchy song. song, but again, it's definitely one of the early songs, so it definitely has that weird goofiness and everything, but it works a charm and makes a song you just can't help but smile whenever you hear it. That's what to say about the early songs, but yeah, but now we actually get to a song at number 5 from that final album, Made in the AM, which of course was the first album without Zayn because he ended up leaving the band at this point. And it was just Harry, Niall, Lewis, and Liam. This was before they all went to their solo careers. And then we have Drag Me Down, which was the first song, and it's a very simple song, of course. With your love, nobody can drag me down, which was a very simple song, but it's really the production and the beats and how the song is structured that just makes it such a really great song to jam out to. You just can't help but really enjoying the beat and just jamming out to the harmonies and how hard the beat really goes, especially after the chorus. It really goes hard. And now number 4, we get the song that's always been a personal favorite of mine. Again, the top 4 actually was pretty difficult actually. I actually never thought was actually my favorite One Direction song. Like truly, this one of the cases where I think any of my top 4 songs could be number 1, honestly. Like how one could be number 4, could be number 1, or could be number 2. Like it was not easy, guys. Like these top 4 songs are pretty, I say, are the Mount Rushmore of fantastic One Direction songs, and it was pretty difficult to decide which one was my actual favorite. But in the end, I decided my number 4 is going to be Perfect, which also is from their Made in the AM album, which is just a pretty, just simple, fun song. Just man, you're not perfect, general, not a good person, not a great of a person, but you're just perfect when you want this next. And again, it sells on production level, sells from the harmonies and the voice. Probably has some of the best vocals out of any One Direction songs, and some of the best like beats, and of course that also really goes hard. That I always see myself randomly jamming out to. And it's definitely a perfect song, no pun intended. And now number 3, we actually get to a song from Midnight Memories, the 3rd album, and that is Story of My Life. One that's always been a personal favorite of mine, one I've always gone back to. I even sang the song Character recently, and one I can say myself really even sing a lot of times, because it's a very simple song, and such a, and of course goes, the story of my life, I take her home, I travel all night. Like, it has one of the most haunted choruses they have done, honestly. It's definitely a very vague song in some areas, but it definitely works to its benefit thanks to the production and the vocals and the charisma. It just makes you feel so immersed in what goes on in the song, and it really delivers. Again, it's one I've always come back to. And now we get to my top 2. One's actually a very somber and a pretty touching song actually, and one's actually probably the most upbeat song, but actually one of the most somber one, and number 2, and that is Night Changes. And this is how I feel has grown on a lot of people since it came out. Like, I think it's always been a good song, but I feel like it's gotten a lot more love and appreciation the more it went on, because it's a very touching song. And, I mean, it's also called We Only Get an Older Baby, and I'm thinking about it later, does ever try to just how fast the night changes. Even when the night changes, like, it has lyrics that actually really do hit home, actually. Like, they really do generally hit home. Especially with time living nowadays, I can really, I always do pick the more emotional and somber song as my number 1, honestly, for any list of all these movies, shows, or games. I always pick the ones I find to be the most emotional. But it's actually a case where I'm actually going, number 1, I'm going to go with the more upbeat song, and that is Best Song Ever. Which, of course, is definitely a song that's very silly and goofy, but in the best possible way. And, like, of course, the more thing is that it samples Baba O'Reilly by The Who, which is one of the most classic rock songs of all time. And he managed to do it in his own fun way, honestly. There was a song called It's the Weird Dance All Night, Best Not Ever. And how he doesn't know how the song goes and everything, but you just know he's going to remember the girl and everything. Like, it's just a very simple song, but it's where the beat, again, the fact that it samples, again, one of the classic rock songs of all time, and they do it in their own fun way. It's one of the songs that, how can you not jam out to it? So this is a case where I just went with the more upbeat song as my number 1. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my top 10 favorite One Direction songs. I would love to know down below in the comment section, what are your favorite One Direction songs? Which One Direction songs do you enjoy the most? I would generally love to know down below in the comment section. Let me know what artists you want to see me do like top 10 lists definitely down the road. I have a lot of plans for these type of artist videos, so stay tuned. I am Samuel World from Samuel Productions. I will see you next time as always. Stay cool, Betty. Peace.